Hey everybody, I see a few folks watching. This is Sunday, toward the end of the day. I finished the work on Friday and Saturday at Lake Pontchartrain, and I haven't done any live streams. There goes Dandy, just beeping at me. Hello Scott, I saw your chat pop in there on my I'm waiting for him to go across. I've already measured my reciprocal zenith angles to this point from over there, which was pretty easy because he was using a mirror over this point, and I could see that mirror really well. We may have issues now for me to be able to see him because the sun's coming in this direction. It's pretty blinding, and he has no way of reflecting the sun with that mirror because the sun is going to be on his shoulder. So we're going to try a few things. If we have to, we'll wait till dusk and put up a lantern, and maybe I'll see that. But this kind of wraps up a really great weekend of surveying fun, and we got some really good data. Soundly recorded a lot of video and imagery, and Mike Glopart as well, and also Dandy did his recordings. We kind of all, it's funny, we all got together, but we were all doing kind of separate things, and my mission was to, there were two things really: to survey the bridge at a high density, northbound and southbound, and that was yeah, Dare Todd, I agree. I need a heliotrope. I saw that in the chat. But just continuing with my train of thought here, I did that. I collected two very good data sets, northbound and southbound, across Lake Pontchartrain on the Causeway Bridge. And then the next thing I was to do was to triangulate the window where Soundly's equipment was set up, and I did that. And that was yesterday afternoon. So that was done. The reason I had to come here to Little Tensas Bayou is because when I was here last year, this was the one thing I did not get to do, and that is measure these reciprocal zenith angles across this 6 mile stretch of water. So I'm here and I'm going to do it. So I'm happy to do it. Just waiting on Dandy to get across and get set up on the other side. For those just popping in, like I was saying, I've already measured the angle in this direction. I did take some video through the telescope that I'll show later, where you can actually see the mirror flickering like a little star, and I was able to focus on that quite well. Let's see if I can show you something here while we're waiting for him. Hey, you know what? I will show you something. I think I'm going to just do a what you might call a impromptu experiment. Unplanned, as they say. I'm going to set this up at 90 degrees. I should have built a heliotrope. Well, that's Dandy's job. He builds the stuff. He's the builder. Oh shit. It's a very sensitive instrument. Try to get it. There we go. All right. Now, Let's look and see where that is on this bridge right here. I've got my phone in one hand and I'm operating the instrument with my other hand. So I don't know if you can see the crosshair or not. That's where I'm looking, right about there. Dear Todd keeps saying I should have built the heliotrope. I don't know if that's the same chat repeating yourself or it just keeps coming in. Okay, yeah, who was that? Scott just said he only said it once. Oh, daggone it. I definitely spun that the wrong direction. Whoop. We'll try this again, folks. I'm just kind of playing around, waiting for Dandy to get to the other side. Yes, YouTube works in mysterious ways. But so maybe it could be my phone too. It's like the chat pops up and then it disappears. All right, there's 90 again. Flickering there, 89, 59, 59, 90, close enough. I think that I need to do a better job at explaining what I'm doing. I've been surveying for a really long time, since 1978 actually, right out of high school. And I'm getting like trolled by people like telling me that I'm an amateur and I don't know what I'm doing because I'm showing pictures through the telescope. I got to make sure that I'm very clear that that's not surveying. That's just me sharing the view through my telescope. That's it. Surveying is not taking pictures through a telescope. We make measurements, we make repeatable measurements. We repeat the measurements to assure that they are repeatable. Let me be clear, that's what I'm trying to tell you. And this particular instrument does take pictures. And I recorded a lot of pictures yesterday of the Lakeway buildings. So, and I'll demonstrate that later of what that can do for us. But this whole business of snapping pictures or getting video clips through the telescope that is not surveying, measuring. It's just me sharing, what I see as best I can. Anyway, it's not easy to do. I did try to buy one of those attachment deals for my T2, but it didn't work so well. Maybe I've got to try getting another one. So anyway, I'll be more clear in the future and make sure people understand that this right here is not surveying. It's just me recording video to show people what it looks like through the telescope. So there it is at 90. Pretty good, pretty good. Okay, hopefully he's gonna be over there soon, and hopefully something I can actually see. Otherwise, we'll be here till dusk, and we'll be using a lantern. There were cows over here earlier. I took some video of a bunch of cows grazing right here. For the folks in the chat, have you been like following along what we've been doing this weekend? Stanley had done quite a number of live streams, and I jumped on a few of those while I was out collecting data. Did any of you catch that? I was pretty busy. I had no time to. This is my first live stream I'm doing down here while I'm visiting here. It's beautiful though. Fantastic weather we're having. Live action surveying. That's right, Bob. Scott said he hasn't seen all of it, but he's aware of what we're doing. You'll have to give us a little time, once I get back. Sally's got tons of imagery and video to go through. We have a special surprise, kind of on the spur of the moment, little test we collaborated together, 3 of us working from 3 different locations. I don't think it's been mentioned what that is, so I'm not going to tell you, but it's going to be good. I thought of it last year, and we managed to pull it off, I think, this year. So 3 cameras recording simultaneously, and we're going to time tag them and put them together in a video. I think that's probably one of the first things I think we should do. This is a really beautiful place for outdoor enthusiasts. You can see over here, let me see if I can show this to you. Lots of fishermen and hunters or whatever that come here with their boats. That parking lot over there was filled with trucks and boats. It looks like everybody's kind of maybe getting to going home soon here. And on the other side as well, just parking lot was filled. The water is way up high compared to what it was last year, but I established 2 points on either side at the water level. So maybe I'll show that to you. Let's go down and take a look. So when I was here last year, I mean, they've had a lot of precipitation. The week before I got here, it rained steadily. So this whole basin is filled up. I think last year when we hung the lanterns at 5 feet above the water, it's probably 2 feet above the water now. Those lanterns would be at like 2 feet. But, you know, the height of the water doesn't much matter because it's level on both sides, right? So I set a point here, and I set a point over there similarly, right there. Scott's asking, what is the GPS accuracy of the instrument? Well, this, of course, is not an instrument, it's just a target. And that is not a GPS instrument. That is a 1 arc second electronic total station. The GPS that I'm using performs at, this is the specification from the manufacturer, horizontally 8 millimeters and vertically just double that. I'd say like about 16 millimeters. And that's published at a 1 sigma value. That means that 68% of the repeatable measurements will fall within that band. So for higher quality assurance, we multiply that by 1.96, or you can round off to 2, basically double it up, and you're looking at a 95% confidence interval. So the GPS that I collected on the causeway, I'm gonna, once I compute it all, the statistics will come out and we'll see what the accuracy was. But it's I'm gonna just guess it right now, better than 3 inches vertically. Did that answer your question? Was that Scott? I have trouble because the chat pops up on my phone and then there it is. It's back. Yes, Scott says yes. Okay, cool. This puppy here, this is a sweet instrument. Like I said, it's direct reading to 1 arc second without trying hard, and it really performs well. Let me see if I can answer that in the live stream. If I disappear, sorry. Hey, Dandy, are you there?
Yes, I am.
All right, man. I'm live streaming right now, but I did this once before, and I don't think they'll hear you. But all right, let's see. Are you all set up over there?
I am. I have not turned the light on yet, but I'm about to.
Okay. I'm hearing it. I see in the chat that they can hear you. That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
All right, I'm looking in your direction, and I've got like sun blaring in my eyeballs.
I understand. Okay, I'm about to turn the light on, and you tell me whether or not you can see it. So.
On now?
Not yet.
Oh.
I'm running. I'm just set up.
Okay. Yeah, just give me a holler when it's ready.
Okay. It's ready. You ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
I'm turning it on now.
Nothing so far.
Nothing so far. Okay.
Dandy, you know what you're going to have to do? You still there?
I'm moving. Yeah, oh yeah, I'm moving it around to see if you catch anything.
Yeah, nothing.
Nothing.
Yeah, it cannot compete with the sun.
Okay, let's just try. Let me. Look. I'm going to turn my headlights on, and you tell me if you can see those. Okay.
Say that again. Got a bunch of four-wheelers going by right now.
Can you see my headlights?
Are you doing your headlights of the car?
Yep.
And no.
You can see them?
Well, I'm looking underneath the crossover. I see reflections on the water. So, do you know what a heliotrope is?
No.
You're going to have to Google it and look at it. You have to construct a heliotrope right now with the stuff that's in your trunk. I'm just kidding. What do you think of? Do you think it's possible to use that big ass mirror you have in your car to reflect sun to you and then bounce that back to me?
Okay, I'll try that. Let me fuck around with it, and I'll give you a call back.
Yeah, give me a call back when you manage to figure out how to do that.
Got it. Okay.
So what else do we have to do until dusk, right?
Yeah, right. I know.
All right, man.
Okay.
Talk to you
All
soon.
right, I'll call you back.
Bye. Hey, dear Todd, we're going to do an improvised, what do you call a heliotrope here, in situ. Yeah, the sun is too bright, Scott. Dear Todd says, nice. Yeah. I do want to get a heliotrope. It would come in handy for the stuff I was doing with Larry Scott several weeks back. That was a good time. We had a great time doing that. And I'm sure we'll get together again. We might try a real long line, like 20 plus miles from one mountain to another. You know, old school, like the old days. A flower. You Googled heliotrope and you came up with a flower. Dare Todd says put instrument behind it. So heliotrope instrument, or say heliotrope sun target, something like that. I know. Send in the clowns said, heliotrope, talk about old school. Roger that. Maybe you can find them on eBay or something. Man, if he manages to do it. He went to a Walmart or something and bought like a wardrobe mirror that you hang on your door. But that's not what we used earlier. We just used like a cosmetic mirror. It's about a 5-inch diameter mirror. I told him to go and get one of these signal mirrors, like a survival signal mirror. But none of the stores around here had them. You gotta kind of do it online and send away for them. But he had a cosmetic mirror, and I was able to see that really, really well. Mendel says the heliotrip goes back to Carl Friedrich Gauss. So I was talking to a geodesist at NGS years ago, and I asked him a question. I even forget what the question was, but it was kind of a basic question, whatever. If I think about it, I could think of what the question was. But he looked at me, and he kind of looked away and held his hand up, and he goes, well, there once was a man named Gauss. All right, this is Dandy calling back. Anyway, his story was going to begin all the way back to Gauss, and I was going to listen. All right, Dandy.
I'm giving you everything I got.
All right, let's see. So basically, you have managed to set up that wardrobe mirror to beam the sun to you, and now you're beaming it to me with the cosmetic mirror.
I'm trying.
Just not getting anything.
All right, let's try something else. Hold on. Stay on.
So for the people watching, you can imagine what it must have been like for survey parties to accomplish what they did without any communication, no cell phone, no walkie-talkies. In the 1800s, one of the positions on the survey party, was to be a light keeper, and that was your mission, was to aim that light. If it was a battery operated light, like in the 1930s, but or if you're talking 1800s, you're talking a heliotrope, a signaling mirror. You had to. That's all you could do, is keep that light beaming toward that observer, who might be 10 miles away or 30 miles away, and that's it, man. You were camped out there, and your job was to keep that light beaming toward the observer. All right, I'm waiting on Dandy to see if he can give me some light. I'll try to let the folks see what I'm seeing. What the heck's going on here? What's going on? Here we go. All right, folks, you can see that those columns that are supporting that crossover, he should be down between these two, and he should, oh wait, there's something beaming back at me. Hold on. Now that's a reflection on the water. I'm going to point this crosshair where I think he should be, and so you can all see where I'm looking to get a reflection back from him. This chat is awesome. People are researching while we're here doing this. People are looking up heliotropes, and like I said, on my phone, I'll see the chat pop up and then it disappears. So I'm watching. I hope that the chat does get recorded for later viewing. I'll get to see what you're all talking about. Dandy's a pretty innovative guy. I think he'll come up with something. At least I hope so. Hopefully my battery on my phone will hold up.
Oh yeah,
Scott says,
you've got quite a bit coming back to you.
Okay, well, Scott said that the heliotropes were being used at 100 miles, and that is true.
I'm going to play with the big mirror.
All right, now stand in front of it. Stand in front of it and block it. Block it.
Okay, it's blocked.
Now unblock it. And block it. All right. Is it blocked right now?
Yeah.
Well, then what I'm seeing is not you. Because that thing, something's beaming at me pretty bright, and it never disappeared. Chat is awesome, man. People are filling it with all kinds of really good information. Of course, I can't really pay attention to it too closely right now. So I hope, like I said, I've had these live streams once in a while go where the chat doesn't appear later. I hope this does.
All right, I'm gonna get the big one. I'm gonna get the big beam as good as I can, and then
do me a favor. Maybe come down the boat ramp to the water, and well, that won't work. Don't do that. That's not going to work. Don't worry about it. Scott says I need a strobe light. We have strobe lights, but the problem is that looking back toward the sun, any battery operated like lantern like that just cannot compete. So it just isn't going to make it. This is 6 miles here. I think if in another maybe 30 minutes the sun is going to be down low enough that this is all going to change, and as dusk arrives, then maybe a flashlight or a lantern will work. So we'll see.
well, I could use my headlights if all else fails.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna go play with the second mirror. I wish there was another camera on me watching what I'm doing right now, because this is crazy. I'm using 2 mirrors. I'm using 2 different mirrors to. Okay, I'm gonna try the other side of the mirror. All right. And okay. Jesse, be looking for that.
All right, I'm looking. Nothing yet.
Okay. Keep looking. Moving it. Doing everything I can. I'm giving her all she's got.
I hear you, and I appreciate it. Just not getting anything here. Oh, he hung up. You there? You there?
Guarantee?
Yes, sir. I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. You there?
Yeah. Are you beaming sun at me?
I'm doing like a strobe effect.
You're blinking it?
Yep.
All right, just turn it off. Like, block it.
Okay.
It's blocked?
Yep.
All right, then that thing that I thought I was seeing isn't there. Bring it back then. Turn it. Let it go.
Okay.
Is the sound back, people? Let me know if the sound is back.
Can't see it.
Not yet.
All right, hold on. I'm going to get closer to it.
Do me a favor and block it again. Is it blocked? No. See, tell me if it's blocked or not.
All right, now, right on top of it now.
Huh?
You should have a ton of light coming at you.
All right, give it to me. I'm seeing you now. The sun has gone down sufficiently that you are starting to be in a shadow. I saw that. I saw that. Good. I see it. This is sweet. It's going right now. Are you doing flashlight or are you doing heliotrope? Are you doing mirror or are you doing flashlight?
I'm using the sun.
Say again?
I'm using the sun right now.
Yeah, and the problem is if we lose the sun, which improves my sighting conditions, but then there won't be any reflecting. All right, listen, I'm going to close down this hangout because I got to start concentrating on what I'm doing here. I will record some video. Let me shut this. You stay on. Check back with you folks later. Thanks for dropping by. Ending the stream.